Today we're going to be learning about buzzers. In this video we'll cover what a buzzer is, how a buzzer works, different types of buzzers, where buzzers are used, and we'll also perform some practical demonstrations. So let's get started. Now you can think of a buzzer as an electronic audio signaling device that produces sound when electrical power is applied to it. It is commonly used in alarms, timers, doorbells, security systems, and other electronics projects. When voltage is supplied to a buzzer, it converts electrical energy into sound energy. Sound may be a continuous tone, a beep, a series of pulses depending on the type of buzzer you're using. There are two main types of buzzers: active buzzer and passive buzzer. Let's start with the active buzzer. An active buzzer contains a built-in oscillator circuit. But what is an oscillator? An oscillator is just a circuit that automatically generates a repeating electrical signal. In simple words, when you apply a DC voltage, for example 5 volts, to the oscillator, it will turn the current on and off at a specific frequency. These vibrations create sound, causing the buzzer to start beeping immediately. If we talk about the features of an active buzzer, it produces sound as soon as DC power is applied. It is easy to use with Arduino, ESP32, Raspberry Pi, and IoT projects. It typically operates between 3 volts and 12 volts. Here is an active buzzer. It has two pins, positive and negative. The oscillator circuit I mentioned earlier, it is built inside the buzzer itself. So the wiring is very simple because there is no need to generate a frequency from a microcontroller. Active buzzers are commonly used in alarm systems, notification systems, and warning indicators. Now let's talk about passive buzzers. A passive buzzer usually has 3 pins: VCC pin, which is positive input or output pin, a ground pin which is negative. Now unlike an active buzzer, a passive buzzer does not have a built-in oscillator. That's why it requires an external frequency or PWM signal to produce sound. For example, a 1000 Hz signal. The input pin receives the frequency related instructions from the microcontroller. One major advantage of passive buzzers is that they can generate different tones and melodies. They can play musical notes and custom sounds, making them ideal for smart devices, musical projects, or other interactive electronic circuits. Now how can we identify whether a buzzer is active or passive? If you directly connect the positive and negative wires to a buzzer and it immediately starts beeping, it is an active buzzer. If it does not produce a proper beep when power is applied directly, it is most likely a passive buzzer. Now let's build a simple project. The microcontroller I'm using is the ESP32S3. First we'll connect the negative wire to the ground pin of the ESP32 and the positive wire to the 3.3 volt pin of ESP32. Now let's power up the ESP32 using a cable. As you can see, the red LED has turned on, which means the microcontroller is powered up. Now I'll connect the positive wire. As soon as the wire is connected, the buzzer starts beeping, and if I disconnect the positive wire, the buzzer stops beeping. Now you might be wondering, how do we control the buzzer if it starts beeping as soon as the power is applied? The answer is really simple. Instead of connecting the buzzer directly to the power pin of the ESP32, we can connect it to one of the GPIO pins, such as GPIO pins 4, 5 or 6. Then through programming, we can set that pin high or low. When the pin is set to high, the voltage is supplied to the buzzer and it starts beeping, and when the pin is set to low, the buzzer stops. Now let's run a passive buzzer and upload some code. Here is the code. No external libraries are required. I've simply defined the buzzer pin as GPIO 4 on the ESP32S3. We have the setup function and the loop function. Inside the loop, the buzzer pin is assigned a frequency of 1000 Hz. Then we're adding a delay, and after that we're calling no turn and we're putting the buzzer pin in there. This means the first command turns the buzzer on at 1000 Hz and the second command turns the buzzer off. Now let's upload the code. To do that, go to the tools menu, select the correct board. Since we're using ESP32S3, choose it from the boards list. Then go to tools again and make sure the correct COM port is selected. If you don't know which COM port your microcontroller is using, go to desktop, go to this PC, right click and select manage, open device manager. Expand the port section. When you connect your USB cable, a new COM port will appear. That will be your microcontroller's communication port. In my case, it's COM4. Now let's return to the Arduino IDE, select COM4 and upload the code. As you can see, the code is uploading and the LEDs on the ESP32 are blinking. Meanwhile, let's complete the circuit. So here are the connections. The VCC pin of the buzzer will go to the 3.3 volt pin of ESP32. The ground pin of the buzzer will go to the ground pin of the ESP32. The input pin of the buzzer will go to GPIO 4 pin of the ESP32. As soon as I connect the input pin to GPIO 4, the buzzer starts beeping, and there it is. The buzzer is now working successfully. Now I've created a very interesting tone using the passive buzzer. You will find the complete code in the description box below, so make sure to try it for yourself. I'm still using GPIO 4 as a signal pin. Let's connect the wire and listen to the melody. And don't forget to tell me in the comment section down below what tone or tune you think this is. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss any future updates. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.